Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Now we are going to discuss about communication system, very short answer questions. In this only 8 VSAQs are there for final exam. One is compulsory for intermediate board. Is it Telangana or Andhra? See, in what is the communication system? In our daily life, what is the role of this one? First of all, when we are going to olden days, why we require the communication? See, communication means we want to communicate with world and we want to communicate with other. We want to communicate other country people. So we want to give the information. We want to say our what we are thinking. So that with the help of the communication we can share with the others. Suppose birds are there. How the birds are communicate with world? They are making the sounds. Even animals also making that some sounds to communicate with world. We are human beings. We are using the language to communicate with world. Suppose in our world many regions are there, many places are there. People, they are using different languages to communicate with others. That's why we are having different languages anyway. Now everything is globalization. We are using the English only. Come to our chapter. That chapter name is communication system. And now we are going to discuss about what are the VSAQs. Here only few very short answer questions are there. In that first VSAQ is what are the basic blocks of communication system? What are the basic blocks of communication system? For using the communication, we require three basic blocks of communication system. First one is the transmitter, second one is the channel, third one is the receiver. But what is the role of the transmitter? What is the role of the transmitter? Transmitter role is, suppose I am using one language, English, and I am giving the information about the communication. So this information, it is converting into signal and it is sending to the receiver through medium. We are using one medium. It may be cable or wireless, and here we are using the signal. That signal through the medium it is going, that is called the channel. Then third one is the receiver. Receiver is taking the information in terms of signals. Once again, what it is doing, it is converting signal to the original form of that information. So there are three blocks of basic blocks of communication system: transmitter, channel and receiver. Then second very short answer question is, what is WWW? What is WWW? Simply we can say World Wide Web. But what is the role of this one? What is the role of this one? Here large information, whatever the information, suppose something happened now, within fraction of seconds we are getting the information. This is the encyclopedia, and here they are using one device. In that device they are storing everything, and it is like clockwise we are getting the information that doing. So here we can get the information from any region, from any part of this world. So that is the WWW, World Wide Web. Then third very short answer question is, what is the frequency range of speech signals? Suppose I am here, suppose any enemies are there from other country, they are using one language, coding and all these things. But how can we trace that one? How can we trace that one? So that is different thing. First beginning, what the speech signal. We want to listen the other person, what they are talking and everything, means we can send that signal. That signal must be maintained some frequency range. So speech, we want to listen that sounds and all this. That is the 300 hertz to 3100 hertz. This is the speech wave frequency range. Here many radio channels are there, then 98.8 like that frequency, based on the frequency only they are giving the channel name, and they know that basic, and even we have to know that the speech wave frequency range is 300 hertz to 3100 hertz. The next very short answer question is, what is the skywave propagation? What is the skywave propagation? You know boys, there are three methods to propagate the information. Ground wave propagation is there. Second one is the skywave propagation is there. Third one is the space wave propagation. But the ground wave propagation, We can't send to large distances. That too up to 3 megahertz only we can use this one. If the frequency range is greater than 3 megahertz and below the 30 megahertz, we can use skyway propagation. Why they are giving this name? We can use that sky as a reflector and we can send the information from one place to the another place. Here sky we can use as a reflector. How it is possible? Look here. See, this is the one person we are sending the information. This is the sky, different layers are there. These layers are, it belongs to ionosphere, and this is the receiver and this is the transmitter. When we are sending the signals, based on that, these are reflected from the sky. These are reflected from the sky. So this type of propagation is called the skywave propagation. But when we are giving the preference for this one, if the frequency range is above 3 megahertz and below the 30 megahertz, we can use the skywave propagation. Like that. Fifth question is, what are the layers of that ionosphere and how the waves are reflecting? Ionosphere is the thick layer in that sky from 100 kilometers to 650 kilometers. Their ultraviolet region and high radiation is coming from that sun. So because of that molecules ionization, we should observe that one. Here actually what happens when the wave is going to this one, when it is reflecting away from the normal, like that it is going. At some position it is coming back into the same medium based on the total internal reflection. But the layers of this one, D layer is there, that E layer is there, and F1, F2 layers are there. These are belongs to ionosphere layers. The next thing is, next VSAQ is, in this chapter, sixth very short answer question is, what is modulation? What is the modulation? Suppose the signal is very poor, the signal is weak. What they are doing? They are doing the modulation. They are adding the carrier and they are strengthening the signal. That is called the modulation. But we can do that one. There are three types of modulations are there. Next VSAQ. One is the frequency modulation, phase modulation and amplitude modulation. See, amplitude wise it is weak, we can do the amplitude modulation. Phase wise it is weak, we can do the phase modulation. If frequency wise we want to strengthen that one, means we are doing the frequency modulation. So modulation means strengthen the signal. Then how many types of modulations are there? There are three types of modulations are there. Frequency modulation, amplitude modulation, and next one is the phase modulation. Because nowadays everyone, they want clarity, they want quality, they want clarity and they want to enjoy. They don't want to miss simple thing also. For that purpose, modulation is playing an important role. Then last one is these days we are using the mobile phones. Mobile phones are based on which communication? You know that how many types of communications are there? Ground wave, it's very low range. Then skywave, already explained that. Last one is the space wave propagation. So with the help of the space, we are sending the signals to satellite. Then satellite is sending to the channels. Anyway, we are getting the information, and based on that, our mobiles also it's there. So what is the answer for this mobile phones communication is space wave communication. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe my channel.